Right.
Hey
Hey,
man, how are you?
hey, I'm good, brother. This is another episode of Building in Process with Tanmoy and Adam. I'm obviously Tanmoy, and that's okay. No, I'm Adam. That's Tanmoy. So today we're going to talk about validating your problem before you build anything. Because as we know, everybody builds stuff when there's not a problem in the first place. They build solutions when there's no problem. And yeah, so you and I both have a lot of experience on this. So tell me, like, you can give me some good examples of a company that did this, or I know some good examples of companies that did it right. What do you think?
Okay, before we deep dive into any company, uh,
Your camera just switched. Can you switch it back
what?
quick? That's okay.
Uh, I don't know what. Yeah, man.
There you go. You're back. You're back. Okay. So yeah, go ahead. What were you saying
Sorry.
before we dive into this?
Before we go, yeah, I would like to talk about few points that I did personally wrong, but I have learned through the process.
Yeah, we
The first
definitely
one is,
have.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, as an engineer, what I used to do, I used to validate the product, right? But
Hmm.
what I have learned through the way that validate the problem, not the product, because
First.
people don't care about the product, right? If
No.
you have to, yeah,
Yeah. They care about their problem, not your product. They care about their pain that you have to help solve.
on internet, people only care about themselves. They don't care about others. So always, if you would like to build something, try to understand their problem.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
simple as that.
Yeah, yeah. How do you
So,
do that?
most
Tell us.
Yes. So most idea fail because the problem isn't painful enough.
Yeah.
People trying to build the problem. Yeah. So just try to validate the problem before you build anything, before you do anything. So what I have learned through the process. Let's say if you have one idea, how you will come up with that idea? Definitely you have seen somewhere that someone has the problem, right? Or
Hopefully.
you have the problem, or you
Hmm.
have the problem, right?
Hmm.
So try to interview few of the customer. If you know the problem, you know who will be benefited. If you solve that problem, try to talk
Hmm.
with them
Yes.
because and once you, I mean, I have seen few things. When I try to do the same thing. When I try to talk with people regarding the problem. So people, they will not tell you in front of that it won't work or I don't need this thing. They will simply say, okay, it's a cool idea, man. I'll definitely use it. Let me know.
Everybody
But
says that. They're just being polite. Yeah.
yes, if they say that's cool, that means the idea, that will not work. The idea
Yeah.
is not validated. Okay.
Yeah.
If they say, I need it right now, or can you build it for me, or when I'll get the access, that means this is a strong validation.
Yeah. Or I'll give you $10 right now, so I'm the first person that gets it.
Exactly. Build a money test. You have to do money test. Like, let's say if I build this one, would you like to pay that X amount of money? Or what you would like to pay for this one? I mean, if it is solving a problem that is saving your X amount of time or X amount of labor, then how would you like to pay that one? Let's say
Hmm.
if I give you access, early access, you can if they are agree on that one, you can say that okay, I can give you the early access, right? So try it out.
Yeah.
After that, you can increase the price.
I think Buffer did
So
something like this. They built like just a simple landing page and then say, "Oh, would you like to be? Are you interested in this? Go to our tier system and pick one of the options." And then they had different pricing, right? So they were able to test what their pricing would be. So people validated by clicking the first button. Then they validated the possible pricing options, and that's really hard to do early on. So that was a very smart move. And then they said, "Oh, it's not quite ready yet, but it will be ready soon. Put in your email to be one of the first users." And anybody who did all three of those things, you know that they want your product. I thought that
Yeah,
was a
so
good example.
that I call, the money testing. So you have to pre-sell your product before you build anything. Try to one land, try to do it with a landing page, or you can create some wish list kinds of things, and you can ask, okay, you will be the first customer, and for you first customer, you have to pay, let's say, $19 for the entire year. The product
Mhm.
will be yours.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a pretty cheap deal. So people, if they started, I mean, deposit, until or unless people deposit their money, it's quite difficult to validate the idea, because
Yeah.
people will say that it's a cool product. Until or unless come into your account, it's quite difficult.
I think we're getting ahead of
Yeah.
ourselves though, because we're talking about product validation and pricing. I think we should go back to the problem. People will talk about their problem. They won't talk about whether they're going to spend money or not, but they will talk about, God, I hate when this happens. I mean, I have a good example about product validation for a company that I'm working with, but let's go back to problem validation. I think that's where we should start, and that's where every founder should start. Yeah. And people will talk about their problems. They don't want to talk, they don't want to speculate, meh, or still be polite. Oh, yeah, maybe I would buy that, this or that. But they will say, God, I hate it when this happens, you know? And I like to say, how does that make you feel? Because people buy shit based on how they feel, not even how they think or as much about how much time they save, but how annoying is it? How much does it piss them off? That's what will make people want to spend money. And that's something you can do, well, that kind of problem validation, if you will, or just validating that there is a problem. That's something you can do kind of one on one or even in small groups and just talk to people. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Most product due to the product or the problem. Even if you solve the problem, sometimes I saw that it's happened with me. I built product. I saw that there is a people really struggling with that one. And after doing all those things, my product got failed. It's not because of the product, or it's not because of the problem. Because of the distribution engine, right? So once you'll have the idea, you have to start talking with people. You have to create a community. Then
Yeah.
you let's say you are expecting that X amount of feature will solve the problem, but maybe not that, right? People need maybe one or two type of features that can solve the entire problem. So before you start doing anything, you can start a community. You can DM 10, 20 people every day, that this is the problem I have seen that you are struggling with. Would you like to have a call with me, or if you
Yeah.
have some time or 5 minute time to chat with me? So that way
Mhm.
you can validate the idea. Also, you can start building your distribution engine as well as.
Well, that's true. I mean, when your early people that have the problem, they are part of your distribution. Everybody you pick up along the way that has the problem, that likes your concept, that agreed to, yes, that is part of your distribution engine, and that
you know
does
you
get
know I
built from
have
an
seen.
early. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you. I have learned one thing down the line.
Hmm.
Just build a small prototype. Nowadays AI era is there. There are lots of tools that you can build a prototype just using two, three prompts, and you can generate your idea, right? You can generate a small MVP of your idea, or you can generate a small prototype of your idea. Just create that prototype, create a Loom video or any video. Just you have to explain how your product works.
That's
Use
good.
that one. Use that one on your landing page, or once, I mean, when you'll DM to someone, let's say, this is the problem that I'm trying to solve, or I have seen that you are struggling with that problem. So I'm planning to validate the idea, I mean, solving the problem like that way. So if you DM that, the rate of reply, I mean, normally if you DM, people will barely reply, I think, 10 to 20%. they 3 to 4% the reply rate is from other ends. If I if
Uh-huh.
I if I if I message 100 people, barely I get reply, from 4 to 5 people, right? Max to max. But once you send them the video, I have seen the reply rate has increased to 6 to 7% or maybe 8%.
So you're saying, I think you're saying, make a little Loom video or something with AI or not, Canva, what
No,
have
no,
you.
no.
But
I'm saying that build one small prototype using any AI platform. Okay.
how do you know that there's a
Explain.
problem? Like, how do you know what kind of a like prototype to build if you haven't talked to people about their problem? I mean, just
No,
because
no.
you have the problem doesn't mean other people do.
No, no. You have identified the problem, right? You have identified the problem. You have started talking with people, right? And
Okay, how
sometimes
many people do you have
people,
to talk to? I want to go back to this. How many people do you think you need to talk to confirm there really is a problem and listen to the patterns in their speech to know that likely other people outside these people have the problem? I want to simplify it. I want to go back to the beginning.
okay. So, I mean, in my case, what I do
Yeah.
believe, if I have 20 people ready for the product, let's say I have to talk, let's say for 20 people, maybe I have to talk 400 to 500 people. Out of 400 and 500 people, maybe 20 people will agree,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'll look into the product. I'll try to use the product.
Yeah, yeah.
If I get the 20 people, then I'll start building the product. So,
Okay. Yeah,
so
so that's a first
i-
step. That's what I want to go back to is for our listeners. I don't think they should waste time building an MVP or even AI
no, 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 no,
MVP.
no.
First, they have to
I'm
talk
not
to
talking
their,
about,
yeah.
I'm not talking about MVP. Nowadays, if you use I platforms like V0 is there, Figma prototype is there. So it will take for you, let's say 1 or 2 hours max to max to build the prototype. Okay, not more than that.
Okay.
1 to 2 hours. You have to use AI, you have to use AI prompts. So once you have the idea, okay, I'll solve this problem, definitely you have some, idea how you'll solve that problem, right? So
Hmm.
build that one. Try to talk with people that, I mean, you don't have to that share the prototype at the first hand. Just try to
Okay.
talk with them when they will be confused that, how you'll do that one and how this problem will be solved. You can show them the prototype.
Okay,
Okay,
this
this
is
is the way we
interesting.
can
So,
solve the
so you're
problem.
kind of flipping the paradigm around. You can build because of AI, and why don't you shoot me some of your favorite AI building MVP building tools? Usually, I would say that you talk to people first, and then over time build an MVP. But now you're saying because of the
No, no,
developments of AI, you can build the
I'm
MVP
not
quickly.
talking about MVP. I am building about the prototype. Prototype will not have any, backend functionality. It's just the
No.
UI. The UI, the UI with you can interact with that UI. That's simple as that.
Okay.
So, you know, visualization give you a better understanding rather than talking with people. So if you can show them that this is the way that we can solve the problem, you don't have to say it beforehand. First, you have to talk about the problem.
Okay.
Once we talk about the problem, I mean, that's my experience. I have seen that, once you're talking about the problem in how you can solve that one, there will be a confusion how you solve the problem because they will not able to visualize the things, right? How you can solve the problem, how it will be benefited for them. Lots of people nowadays say that, I can ask ChatGPT and it can solve my problem, but it's not. I mean, not, I mean, LLM, you can talk with LLM. Nowadays, if you talk with LLM, so ChatGPT has a problem, it will agree with you on every aspect.
Yeah, I
It will
know.
not disagree. It will not disagree with you. Anyways, it's a that will talk. But once they will be confused how you can solve the problem, you can show them the prototype, right? So
Okay.
this is
I
the
see what you're
problem,
saying
and we
now.
are planning to solve that one.
When you
And
say
once
prototype,
the
you mean like a prototype on paper. It doesn't do anything per se, but it lets people use their imagination about how it will work.
yes, let me show you if I can. Just give me one moment.
Sure. You should be able to share your screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
just give me.
as a way to engage your possible um, validation, problem validation speeches. Hmm. I think that might be
Just give me one
good
moment.
if they don't have a lot of imagination about how to solve their problem. But
Yes, just give me one moment.
yeah, I think maybe talking to them first still, but I'd explore both ways.
Okay, can you give me one problem statement that we can solve? Let's say,
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna look around this hotel room now. My
mm,
travel plug, this happened in Nepal as well, is falling out of the wall. It always does it. The I have to use the European version of this multi world travel plug because it doesn't have one that fits in India or Nepal. Yeah, so that's a quick problem. I'm looking at it right now.
okay.
And I think both of us can think of some options, including, yeah, I can think of several.
Just
Uh, Go ahead. We're
give
running out of time.
me one moment.
Yeah, I didn't, our time goes so fast.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Okay, so you can share your screen quick. You can also, I can put this in the comments for our audience too. Totally, totally cool. Whatever you come up with right now, then they can just follow up from there. And we want those AI, the websites or the products that can help you build a prototype. I'm going to share that in the comments too.
Okay,
Okay.
is it visible? So this is a product
Yep.
called V0 by Vercel. So let's say you have a multi-plug pro. I mean, you have a problem with universal, travel plug. So we are planning to build our universal travel plug,
Uh-huh.
uh, uh, and we'll set a landing post page for that one, right? So should we manufacture that universal travel plug or not? So that we'd like to validate. Okay. For that, we'll design one landing page. So what I have really create a clean modern landing page. Digital nomad, remote work, and all for those people. We are targeting them. The problem
Mm-hmm.
states section will have like every country use different plugin type and all those things I have mentioned. I don't want to go into it. It will take some time.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
solution, how we are planning to solve that problem. So
That's cool. It's V
just
zero. V zero.
yes,
Is it
V0
free to
app.
use?
Yeah, it's some free tier to use. Okay, so I have shared all the details with it.
Okay. I'll try to remember that. Yeah, share the details with me. I'll put it in our comments section. I'm interested. I want to
Okay,
play
there are
around with
lots
it.
of product like this. So I personally like this B01. So it's right now started building for me. It started
Cool.
building the landing page at the website for me. And for that,
Yeah.
I don't have to wait for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Very cool. Okay, so I would usually say talk to as many people as you can to understand the problem and let that inform what features you build or what they need. Let the market speak first. But I think what you're saying is you can whip up a prototype on paper so quickly that has options that they can give feedback to you right away. And I do see value in that because often when I speak to people that have the problem, all they can think
Okay.
about is a problem and they can't really
Hey,
think
hey,
about
hey man,
solutions.
my our landing page is here.
Uh-huh.
One plug, all
Oh,
country, charge anywhere in the world. Get started,
okay.
watch demo. So travel faces different challenges in chaos. Okay, these are the problem that we are solving. How we are solving the problems, and the features, it will be supported by 150 plus
Yeah,
country,
yeah.
USB-C, USB-I, 65-watt fast charging, and the certification that is at 50% smaller, so you can carry it. 120-gram, it's so small, and 50K plus happy traveler, 4.9 rating, 99% satisfaction.
And then we'll have to
Shop
double
now.
check these figures because as we know, AI is never
Yeah,
100%.
that we have to work on. Also, you have to put some, graphics here,
Oh
the
yeah,
product
you get
graphics.
that from Pexel. That's nice. That's easy. So
Yes,
you
and
can edit the document after you whip this up.
yes.
Wonderful.
As a developer, what I can do, I mean, you can do it two way. I mean, if you are not a developer, you can do the vibe coding. You can change the, you can ask AI to change those things, or you can go there
Okay. All right, we got to wrap this up. We're already at
okay,
like
fine.
21 minutes. Um, thank you, bro.
Okay.
So
It's yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
go.
please go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna
So
say,
I was saying that
in the past, I would.
I
This is what I took out of it. In the past, I would always want to talk to like as many people as possible, understand the problem. But it seems to me what you're saying, and correct me after I speak here, that you could whip up some prototypal papers so quickly, in like 30 seconds, that you can show that to people and use that in your validation discovery, validating the problem because you don't have to really build what you had to build before. All right, you go.
okay. Yeah, exactly. So no. I was just summarizing the entire concept that I have learned through the process. So validate the problem, not the product first.
Mhm.
Second, talk to people. At least you will have 20 people. They are ready to pay for this one.
Mm.
Okay. I mean, don't build before that one. Try to
Yeah,
build one community. Try to build one community.
because they'll be
It
your
can be
first
your Twitter.
customers. Hmm.
Yeah, it can be Twitter. It can be, you can do the build in public. I mean, whatever you'll do with this product, everyday update, you can share that on Twitter. You can create a Discord community out of it. You
Real
can
quick on
go to
that,
the.
I'm working with a company right now that did not do that, and they spun their wheels for 6 months and spent a lot of money, and I'm trying to help them build a community, which they should have done before they built any content, any product. So yeah, I agree with you there. All
Okay,
right.
yeah, exactly. Build one small prototype. Okay, and during the I mean, son of I once start talking with people. If they sell, okay, it's cool product, stay away from that one. This is not a validation. If they say, I'll pay for this one, and I'll get the product, can you build this one for me? Then you can consider it will be your customer. Otherwise, whatever they will say, nice product, good things, it will not work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I
those
agree
are the
with
few
you.
things I think I have learned throughout the process.
All right. All right, brother.
So that's why
Thank
I
you.
validate my idea. I have learned those things after failing. I think I have also product that, failed so brutally, and I've learned that things throughout that process.
Yeah, yeah, I've learned a lot
Yeah,
the hard way. I've learned a lot the hard way. Um, all right, brother. Thank you for your time and I'll see you soon in real life, IRL.
yeah, yeah. I'm waiting.
I know. All right, I'll see you soon, brother. See you this weekend.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.